What is up? Welcome back to another episode of Don't Quote Us Sports.
Yep.
Sorry, folks, for the delay. It's going to be Thursday, April 9th. I went to a concert last night. I'm sorry. I could have.
Life happens.
How
was it?
I could have recorded. Yeah. Concert itself. Good. Cam Whitcomb, if you haven't listened to him before, nice up and coming little artist, kind of like a country indie folk artist. I don't know the best way to describe him, to be honest with you, but it's always fun to go out and people watch a little bit. Interesting demographic for sure. A lot of lesbians, which love that.
Hey, shout out to the lesbians.
But I will say there was this weird like throuple thing going on. So like these two girls showed up, but they were friends. Like they were talking before the show started or whatever. Then another girl shows up and one of them immediately like
smooches,
like bee on honey type of thing.
Okay, sure.
And now the other girl that was there before, she's just started wheeling.
Yeah,
I'm like,
now she's just watching.
That's shitty. And then all of a sudden, later on, now a dude shows up. And now we're thinking it's like a throuple. Again, it's just those three together. And then she's just off on her own.
So what? That's interesting. What this Cam Whitcomb character? What do you suppose? You think he's just what is he? He's folky, right? You've shown him to me before.
Kind of he's like that interesting
kind of
like country alternative pop indie folk type.
Yeah, Bollywood jazz.
It's kind of like that new like kind of country sound, like the more poppy type of country.
Okay.
Like he's
right.
I think
you have shown him to me before.
Yeah, he's from Canada. So that's cool.
Hey.
He has been sober for 2 years and 10 months.
Hell yeah.
Officially. So yeah, he just has a really good message, really catchy songs.
Well, you're in North Carolina. I assume the weather's all right. Was it indoor or outdoor?
Indoor.
Oh,
and it was
cool,
fucking freezing inside too. Not cool. Was not prepared for that.
Well, it was cool.
Very cool. My
This is a kid's show.
My papewee was getting sucked up inside of me.
Come on, man. We're competing with Miss Rachel here. You can't be talking that way.
I know. What about you? I heard you had teased at some happenings in your life.
There's a couple things. Okay. I'm moving, right? Got us a little townhouse out of town.
First time in about
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
So come May, hopefully it'll be a little bit of a different setup, maybe a little bit cooler lighting than whatever I'm dealing with here. Furniture. Where do you get your furniture? Where did you and the missus get your furniture from? Please, for the love of God. And did it cost you your firstborn?
Answer to your second question, yes. Furniture buying sucks.
Blows, man.
We bought when we lived in Des Moines, we bought all of our furniture from Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Yeah.
But
we haven't gone there yet because I feel like
run you a penny.
In the hierarchy, right? Like Nebraska Furniture Mart's bougie, in my opinion. And then you're looking at your kind of homemakers, IKEA in there. And then you think that Bob's Discount Furniture, okay? Our viewers might not know what the fuck that is. Bob's Discount Furniture. What do you envision when I tell you Bob's Discount Furniture?
Discount furniture.
Couldn't find a fucking discount in the joint.
Okay? How would you know if it's discounted or not?
Brother, listen, you can put that, you slash the price, but that sectional is still $2,100.
Yeah, that's a typical sectional.
Brother, that is. Listen, I'm looking for that $1,000 couch.
Or what you should do is, too bad you're not like into woodworking and stuff, because you could like set up a stand and then put a couch on it and have like studio seating in your living room.
You want me to put theater seating in my townhouse, my 1,700 square foot townhouse living room?
I mean, it could be a vibe if you ask me.
It could be a vibe. I don't know that
you're telling me you've never thought of that and been like, yeah, that could be sick.
Yeah, in college.
Like, don't tell me the little boy.
If I'm a grown adult and I have, hold on. If I'm a grown adult and I want theater seating, my expectation is I get a home with an in-home theater. I'm not going to build. No, plus, I don't know that the landlord's going to go for that. He was very, very opinionated on adhesives on his walls. So I don't know that building a theater seating in his living room would be ideal.
Well, obviously, you wouldn't build it in the living room. You'd build it outside and bring it in.
But it would be installed in the living room. He might have a few questions when he comes to change the air filters.
Maybe you just change your own air filters. They cost like $5.
Oh, I'm here for it, but he made it very clear that is his task as the landlord to complete.
That's more than my landlord does.
Well, do you run from a company?
No, he's a human being. I've seen him.
I met the man, huh? Shook his hand.
A couple times, yeah.
I'm
pretty sure he's younger than me, too.
Tough. No, but furniture is outrageous. I mean, we're looking at like $4,000 for the living room and bedroom setup.
You haven't been scouring Facebook Marketplace?
Dude, I tell you what, dude, some of the shit that is on Facebook Marketplace is horrifying.
Dude, you gotta be careful on Facebook Marketplace though, because I do find myself stumbling upon a bunch of stuff where it's like, catch me at the right time, and I'm dropping an ungodly amount on something that I definitely should not right now.
So 100% Friday night, 2-3 beers in. Hey, I do need that signed Vikings helmet. It's only $100.
No, it's mainly been like old gym equipment. So then if and when I ever have a place big enough to have a home gym, I'll already have like some of the pieces. But then I'm like, where the fuck am I going to keep this Smith machine for? Yeah. I don't even know how long.
I've been to your place. That's a good question.
Yeah, especially now that there's a ping pong table in the middle of the garage. So that takes up some space.
We've gone that far. Speaking of that, we are going to, because I when I lived in Iowa City, shout out to the fucking Hawkeyes, I had a home gym with a treadmill, stationary bike, and then I built a squat platform. Still have the squat platform, so we're going to build with a rack, with a barbell, no weights, but we're going to build something nice out there. So you come to visit, get your little session in, bud.
Okay.
Yeah, but furniture, it's fucking atrocious. I'm losing my mind over here.
I can imagine. I don't really know how to segue
that. Hey, welcome to Don't Quote Us Sports.
this conversation into sports, but I'll try my best. And I also told myself I'm going to try and not say and like filler words as much this episode.
Sure. Hey.
So if you catch me doing that, I've already just caught myself. Let me know. But I think the best segue to start this episode is to give the Michigan man himself a little round of applause, and then I'll give you the stage to really soak in and give your final words on what truly was a remarkable, unforgettable season from your Wolverines,
the
University
of
national
Michigan champions.
So,
thank you. What an incredible feeling.
That's two now. In how many years?
In my lifetime. Now, what I do want to say is I have recently been accused in text messages of being a fraudulent Michigan fan, that I just joined the bus when Harbaugh got there. Not true. Not
You
true.
want to put their name on record? Do I need to kick somebody's ass?
No, you know
Are
what?
they
I'm not
questioning
gonna,
your integrity?
They are, as a fan. They're questioning my fandom, which is mind-boggling, because the only fandom I've ever questioned is the Chicago Bulls, and I think that's rightfully so.
If you're not questioning the Chicago Bulls,
Then
that's
you're not a
more
Bulls fan.
concerning. That's
Then you're
more
not a
concerning.
Bulls fan. Okay? But 09, 2010 is when I became a Michigan fan. I have no issue admitting that. 16 to 18 years old, somewhere in there, joined the Big Blue. What an incredible feeling. You picked them, which I appreciate that. You picked them in our run of it. So I appreciate you having my back. It is by and large one of the most dominant runs in March Madness. I won't say it's the number one, because I was doing the research. 2024 UConn had the average margin of victory was 23.3. 96 Kentucky Wildcats. That's Mark Pope, Antoine Walker, Tony Delk. They were at 21.1. Michigan's average margin of victory was 19 points. And I think in today's day and age, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, after watching them absolutely dismantle Arizona on Saturday night, in a game that I thought was good enough to be the national title game.
We both said it.
The fact that they beat them by 27, I was like, yep, it's wraps. I didn't think UConn stood a chance. But yet still, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, you're gonna get bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, UConn's gonna do it again.
Yep.
You know?
It's Dan Hurley in March.
But Michigan pulled it out.
Hey,
Gutsy performance from Yaxel just for playing in that game.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously wasn't one of the most dominant players on Michigan. That obviously would probably go to Mara or Elliott Cadell.
Yeah,
most likely. But I think just having him on the court is a difference maker in and of itself. Distract the defense a little bit. It also helps when nobody could shoot the ball for the life of them during that game. And that was one of the keys for UConn to win that game. Because of Michigan's size, they were going to have to make shots. And they didn't.
Yeah. And I think the size was a massive issue for everybody in this tournament who had to play Michigan. Like, we knew Michigan was going to bully Howard, and we knew they were going to bully. Even Tennessee didn't have the size. But we both assumed that with Arizona's size and UConn's ability to score, they'd be just fine. No, in an era when small ball is the name of the game, we can all admit that.
I don't know if small ball is anymore. Did you not see the graphic of like I forgot like the population of teams? It might have been like Final Four teams or like Sweet 16 teams or something, and it like charted like the average height of those teams, and it has exponentially grown over the course of the last like decade.
Really?
Yeah, like it is, and by and large, way different.
I would believe that, but like, how many teams are you seeing with 6'7", 6'9" centers, and their whole game is get out and go?
Yeah, I don't think Michigan is in that same realm. Like, I think the average height was like 6'6" or 6'7" across all the teams or something.
Sure.
You are correct. There are very few teams that are throwing at you 3, 6'9" former centers all playing at the same time that are athletic enough to run and gun the way that they do.
And don't quote me on this. They might be the first team in NCAA history to win starting 3 guys 6'9" or above. That might not be all time. God, I wish I remembered it off the top of my head. But did you see what Dusty May said about building this team? Like, this was months ago, kind of in the beginning of the year, on why he built it with a 7'3" center and 2 other lower level centers that he got something out of. Did you hear who he compared himself to?
Mm-mm.
He said, "Why wouldn't again in era of smaller basketball, the best basketball team in the world right now at any level is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they've got Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein and Williams. These are big dudes." So Dusty May said, "I'm just going to go out and get big dudes." Luckily, he found two of them that can absolutely shoot the ball.
Some bucket getters.
Dude, Ademara has a 3-point shot. It's not great, but pretty solid for a 7'3" guy.
But it's there. You got to respect it.
But I mean, as much as we talk about the big names, Yaxel, Merez, Ade, Elliott Cadell. Elliott Cadell is he's the reason that we ran that tournament. And the stats won't necessarily show it, but that kid was the motor of the entire thing. We've seen it before. Like you said, Yaxel didn't perform well. The injury had a lot to do with it. But we've typically seen like the name through the tournament doesn't have a great national championship game. So the fact that we took a point guard that UNC didn't want, that they literally said he was ass, Michigan, please take him off your hands, and turned him into the most outstanding player and the heartbeat of the Michigan team, that's what a story.
It still blows my mind that he is like almost completely deaf in
the right ear.
Yeah.
In the right ear, gone since birth.
I didn't want to say completely. I think there's a little bit of function there, but not a lot if there is. But that's crazy. I feel like your like depth, like your perception has to be so odd, especially as like a point guard when you constantly have, well, not constantly, but you have like somebody trying to get your attention in the corner because they're wide open, so they're clapping or yelling at you. You might not even like hear it. Like, it's interesting the way that he probably has to go about his game.
Well, and then add 80,000 people in an acoustic setting that is probably not spectacular.
Can we actually talk about that for a second?
Go ahead.
We need to stop having basketball games in football stadiums.
I know it. I don't know that I agree. I don't know. I agree.
Dude, it's such a money grab because the quality of basketball is so much worse because of the depth perception issue that players have, which is why we saw such poor shooting for a majority of the weekend on both the men's and women's side. It was awful. And these are teams that worked their asses off the entire year to get to this point. And then they have to go play in an environment that they are completely unaccustomed to. They're like, here's a practice or two. Get used to it without anybody in the stands. Like, I don't like it.
That's an interesting perspective. I haven't heard that argument against yet. What I have heard is, I think I sent you the video of the guy who paid $50 for a ticket, and he couldn't even see the Jumbotron properly to enjoy. Like, dude, the people around him, I was surprised I didn't see people sitting on their phone, like watching the game from the stands. That's how bad these fucking seats were. Okay, I thought that's the argument. That one, if you're foolish enough to buy that ticket,
right,
that's what you deserve. Mm-hmm. That's what you deserve. I think of it from like, we want the most eyes on this biggest game of the best two teams in the land. And what an experience of like going out into the Coliseum like you're a gladiator kind of thing. You know, you're the Michigan point guard and you run out and there's 80,000 people watching this game live right here, making noise, getting after it. Like, what an incredible environment. There is a piece of me that wishes we could do it in NBA stadiums. There is a piece of me that does want that. And that's from the fan experience of like, if I'm going to pay $500, $1,000, if I want to be down low, $2,000, $3,000, then I want to get that experience out of that dollar value that I'm paying. So I'm 50-50, but like, it is the biggest game. We want it on the biggest stage. And if you're dumb enough to buy a nosebleed ticket, I'd be more comfortable sitting on my couch with a bag of chips and a beer.
Yeah, mine is purely from the quality of basketball standpoint
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like if you play these three games at a typical neutral court, like in Las Vegas or something, the games could be completely flipped in 100%, like being 100% honest.
Yeah. Sorry. Yikes.
But talk about the turnaround that Dusty May has been able to execute since taking over at Michigan. 2 years ago, Michigan basketball won 8 games. This
Sorry.
weekend,
Technical difficulty here.
Monday, they held up a national title.
There we go. Yeah. No. Talk about hiring the right guy. And I think that speaks to college basketball as a whole, where I don't think the school matters anymore. I think it is about the head coach. We saw that with Auburn's turnaround a few years ago, Florida's turnaround most recently, then Iowa this year, right? Like the head coach fucking matters again in a massive, massive way. The head coach is your brand, and I don't know that I would want anyone else other than Dusty May to do it. Humble guy, believes in his process and program. He's a consummate Michigan man, and he's only been there 2 fucking years.
The crazy part is he could be there for another 20 years too. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's young and for coaches, coach wise.
Yeah, and I think he gets guys. They talk about like what the roster cost, right? But he
Mm-hmm.
goes and gets these guys that were throwaways. Yaxel was at UAB for 2 years. By the way, he's the all-time leading rebounder in the UAB history. Shout out Yaxel. He's a
Okay.
legend for UAB. But that's a guy that like really didn't get a look until the very end. Ade Mara was a throwaway from UCLA. They didn't have a spot for him. Perez Johnson was on a good Illinois team, and they said, "Sorry, we got to get rid of you. You need to leave so we can get more Eastern Europeans in here." Elliott Cadell was UNC fans were literally talking shit about this guy. He can't shoot. He can't finish at the rack. Well, you know what he did for the last 6 games? Shot the lights out and finished at the rack harder than any point guard I've ever seen. So I think he just believes in these throwaway guys, gets them together, sets up the right mentality as a team, and they just go on attack, and they are ferocious. The way that they play the game is suffocating.
Yeah, now the question becomes if they'll be able to follow it up next season because you're going to have your three bigs all most likely entering the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to imagine. They're all projected to be drafted at this point. Gaudreau potentially could be back. If he does come back to play college basketball, I would imagine it would be at Michigan.
He has said he's like very intentful on coming back for his last year.
Yeah. But then outside of that, it's kind of a blank cupboard.
I think we're a little bit better
Blank
off.
canvas.
Bennett, or McKinney, a true freshman, which a lot of people kind of forget about, played a huge role for us. But there's going to have to be some moves.
Is he 6'10"?
No, but
Okay, you're gonna need 3 of those.
well, trust me, don't worry. There's plenty of 7 foot plus white dudes from mid majors looking for a home, and best believe Dusty May is going to get one of them. But there is a rumor out because Dusty May said he got about 2 hours of sleep and had to hit the portal phones. There's a rumor that we are involved for a very high level center. Flory from KU. Flory, whatever his name is.
Oh, from Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay. Who allegedly wants $4 to $5 million to play.
Hey, get your bag. If somebody's willing to pay it, screw it, I guess.
Michigan might be willing to pay it.
Dave Portnoy might front it for him.
Hey, Dave's got that money.
Yeah. Buy him for himself.
I don't know. That being said, I don't know. This is the fandom in me that's saying this is the beginning of a dynasty, but that's really hard to pinpoint in the NIL era. It's hard to build these dynasties. But I'd like to sit here and think as a Michigan fan that Dusty May has built something, and this is just the beginning of it.
And it might be the start of a dominant stretch for Big Ten basketball.
Hell
moving
yeah.
forward. First championship since, what was it, 01?
God, was it that long ago?
Don't quote us. I'm going to say it was 01, but it's been a hot minute.
Since Michigan State, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute. But it will be interesting if, just like football, they kind of took over as the football powerhouse from the SEC. It's nice to kind of put the SEC, knock them down a peg or two. They were starting to get a little bit too high on that horse of theirs. So it's nice to see them get knocked down a little bit.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Hey, real quick, shout out Michigan because they're playing in the Frozen Four. They got Denver Thursday night, and then the championship will be Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, I saw a stat. Michigan is the only college to have won multiple championships in football, basketball, hockey, and baseball.
Mm-hmm. Michigan's got a pretty good athletic program.
They do it all.
Yep. And, I mean, that football program, watch out for them this year.
Yeah, will Bryce Underwood know how to throw a ball next year?
Yeah, he's a quarterback coach now.
Nice. That's
Finally.
huge.
I don't know.
That's huge.
I don't know how you got the number one quarterback in the country and brought him in and said, hey, by the way, you don't have a position coach. Huh?
Yeah, they assumed he was so good and the amount of money they paid for him doesn't need a coach.
Hey, shout out Sharon Moore. That body cam footage came out.
Ball.
Tough look for Sharon Moore.
Have you ever seen somebody's body cam footage come out and been like, oh, that's not nearly as bad as they made it out to be?
Yeah, we've seen those.
Like who? You wake up to the reports of Baker Mayfield arrested for underage drinking. You're like, oh, that happens all the time. Body cam comes out. Dude gets full on tackled into a brick wall.
He tried to run away.
Come on.
No, I was like, yeah, Tariq's was pretty bad too. Although that one might have been the cops' fault a little bit. A little bit of both, maybe.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah,
I'll give you until next episode to try and figure that one out.
Was it Kareem Hunt that was shoving people in a? Who shoved down that gal in the hotel?
Ray Rice?
No, that was in the. Well, yes, that was a hotel elevator, but this was in the elevator lobby. It was recent. I thought it was like Kareem Hunt or something like that.
P. Diddy?
No, I don't. That did happen.
That was also in a hotel.
Listen, the celebrities in hotels, don't do it.
Stay away. Bad news bears. Bad things happen. Just like the saying goes, like, nothing good happens after midnight. Nothing good happens in a hotel.
I guess not. I guess not. Oh, shoot. We forgot to mention kind of a bigger storyline for this national championship game. My apologies. The Terrace Reed thing.
Oh, yeah. You had mentioned this before we started recording.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, this might have been the curse of Terrace Reed. Terrace Reed, the center from UConn,
he didn't deserve this.
It happened. Listen,
he didn't deserve it.
I'm not saying he did. I like Terrace Reed, okay? But this is pretty damning. So the first 2 years in college were the last 2 seasons. He was at Michigan. And in those 2 seasons, UConn wins a championship. Sorry,
well,
no, he's been...
Yeah, so he started 2 years at Michigan. The last year he was at Michigan was that year they won 8 games. Like, they were dog shit. Not good at all. So he's like, Dusty May gets hired, and he's like, I'm going to get up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty May, cleaning house. I'm going to go to UConn. They seem like they know what they're doing over there. So, goes there. UConn loses early to the eventual national title winners. And you're like, that's okay.
Tough.
This year, he faces his former university, and he loses. So Michigan and UConn have won 3 of the last 4 national titles He's played 2 years at both schools. He
Hasn't gotten a
didn't.
title yet.
He didn't win a single one, and you got to feel for the guy.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. That's tough for him.
Like, there's not even a way that I could like pitch him deserving like an honorary one.
No,
where it's like, no, like it's not like he was redshirting and he was on like in the program at the time. He has no connection to any of those championships.
not a one. Not a one. Tough beat there. I mean, real tough beat, but he's getting drafted first round, no?
I don't know. I haven't looked at him at mock draft in a hot
I
second.
thought I've seen him in the late first.
I don't know. It always gets weird nowadays. Well, I guess it's always been like that with like older prospects. Like even Yaxel, like people are losing their fucking minds with the fact that he might be a lottery pick and the fact that he's 24 years old.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I've seen him mocked to the Bulls at 9. I've seen him all the way up to 5 at one point.
Dude,
I think
the Bulls can't draft him. He's going to take minutes away from Noah Essengay.
Yeah, in the G League. I tell you what, if Noah Essengay is a part of our projection next year, no.
Dude,
no.
He's going to come back with a whole new shoulder. He's going to be ready to go.
No, bro. Plus, and listen, the power forward position is reserved for one man, and his name is Matas Bazoulis. Little boozy.
That's fine. Yaxel knows how to play the 3 now.
Yeah, no, we need a center. That's what I'll take a day, Mara.
And you are so adamant of getting rid of Vucevic. He was a center. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was. He was just old and not progressing us forward at all.
What are you talking about? You guys made the play-in.
Yeah,
how many years with him?
3 straight years, 4 straight years. You listen. Seeing what is we're talking about this, okay? I am so happy that the Bulls are not in the play-in this year. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I'm so overjoyed that they didn't make the play-in. Thank the heavens.
I don't know. I kind of liked it for the storyline, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I was over that fucking storyline. Let's get a new book, huh?
Why? You make it seem like even if you guys got a good draft pick, you were going to get the right guy, pick the right guy anyways.
No, and that's why the GM and president got fired yesterday.
So it's almost like might as well play for the play-in.
No, I'm good. Let's join the tankathon. Let's join the tankathon and find another piece to build around.
Yeah, and then your guys' dumbasses would go and pick Koa Pete at fucking 5.
No, that's not. I don't think that. No, I couldn't see that happening.
You need a center.
Yeah, but I don't think Koa. I think Koa Pete. I don't know. I don't think Koa Pete's gonna play center like that.
No,
I think he's gonna play some bastardized version, or an old school version, I should say, of a power forward.
No, imagine you remember DeJuan Blair.
Yeah, just you're saying Koa Pete's him, but not fat.
Pretty much, yeah. I think DeJuan Blair was only 6'8" too.
Did DeJuan Blair have a title though?
He might have been on one of them. He might have been on one of those Spur teams.
He might have piggybacked a ring with Kawhi and Timmy.
He might have. No, he was even smaller, 6'7".
There it is. Thank you.
Yes, definitely was on those Spurs team. Wait, no, Spurs won in 14.
14 or 15, right?
Yeah. He was in Washington.
Ooh.
He was on the downslope of his career at that point.
Yeah, if it ever had an upslope.
I mean, he averaged 9 points 1 year with the Spurs in 21 minutes.
Hey.
That's solid.
I tell you what, he is a Pitt legend, though.
Yeah.
He's a Pitt legend. Like, he's way up there in the ranks of Pitt basketball.
Hey, you want a bag pull now that we're talking old school basketball?
Oh, please reach in deep.
Logan Herringody from the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Luke
Herringody.
Luke Herringody. Yes. Why did he have such a square head? If you look at him, that boy got a square head.
And like that military cut that he had going on.
I mean, that was the white boy cut back then. Okay, we can't fault him for that. Hopefully, he's got a fade now. But seeing a white dude with a fade back in the mid 2000s, early 20 teens, it wasn't the norm. We didn't know how to get lined up like that.
Bucket getter.
Yeah.
He walked so Doug McDermott could run.
I would argue Doug was probably a little more athletic, but I get what you're saying.
But Aaron Goody came before.
Yes.
We hadn't seen a white shooter like Doug McDermott.
Well, listen. If Luke Herondody was walking so McDermott could run, then Wally Serbiak was crawling for both of these runners. Okay? Let's be honest now. Give me Wally Serbiak.
Wally, my mom cut his hair one time. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, back when he played with the Wolves.
She gave him the military cut?
No idea. I think that's I was a
Wally
child.
was rocking. Do you think he's an autograph?
My mom also could have been totally lying too, for all I know.
just trying to make the wishes of a 5-year-old come true.
I didn't even like basketball back then. I was super into Pokemon at that age.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Pause. This has nothing to do with sport. You brought it up. In the Pokemon game, which of the 3 starting Pokemon did you pick?
You already know the answer. It's a stupid fucking question.
Charmander,
you're picking
right?
Charmander, like everybody else. And then if you're feeling frisky, you'll go Squirtle.
Bulbasaur. Or Squirtle.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Squirtle. No, I'd rather have Squirtle than Bulbasaur.
You think you're so cute. You think you're so cute doing the opposite, the little niche thing that nobody does. Oh, look at me picking Bulbasaur. Fuck you, buddy. Okay,
that's like
be a normal human being.
Hufflepuff when they're talking about Hogwarts house.
Yeah, Ravenclaw. Yes. Fuck out of here. Nobody's doing that. That screams that you are trying not to be the main character.
Which inherently you're trying to be the main character. Transitive property, carry the 2, it's there.
Yeah. Okay, Herb, how do you want to try and segue that one now?
Into the next. Here we go. Welcome to sports.
I had to awkwardly segue from the last segment. I'll let you do this one. Actually, this is a perfect segue because you really want to talk the NFL draft. I have no fucking idea what about the NFL draft you want to discuss. So hit me with it, and let's see what dumbass rabbit hole we can go down.
It's upcoming. It's fairly relevant.
We got what? When did it start? The 23rd?
23rd. Hey, Drake Relays Week. Shout out.
Sick. I remember vividly. What was that draft? It was the year we drafted Lewis Cine, the Vikings. And I remember it happening. And we were working together at Peggy's. And we were talking in the office. And I was very upset. That moment still sticks with me. I knew where I was when Lewis Cine's bum ass got drafted.
Yep. See, for me, was that the Baker Mayfield draft?
I don't think so.
The Baker Mayfield draft. I thought I was watching it with you, but I remember standing in Peggy's in the middle of Thursday, busy as hell, telling everybody I need 5 minutes to watch this first pick. And they went Baker Mayfield, and I went, holy shit, and I went right back to bartending. I said, I can't process what's happening right now. I'm going to get back to work now. That one threw me off. No, but this year, number 1 overall pick is all but solidified. I think we can both agree with that. The Raiders are going to take quarterback Fernando Mendoza.
Which is a big move by the Raiders fans. I know that they are still reeling from the Jamarcus Russell pick in 2007, which was the last time they had the number 1 overall pick and selected a quarterback. So this is a big step for them. Like, they have gone through the cycle of what's the cycle like? Grief, acceptance.
Oh, the 5 stages of grief or acceptance.
Yeah,
acceptance is the end. It's grief.
Yeah. They're there. They're ready to start over.
They've accepted. Now,
talk about two polar opposite of quarterbacks too.
Yeah, well, and you look at the schools they went to. You want to talk about polar opposites? Bloomington, Indiana is not quite Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
No, I don't think so.
But I'll say this. I think Fernando Mendoza has watched more film in 1 week than Jamarcus Russell did his entire career. So I think they're okay with this one.
What are your opinions of that? Of Mendoza? I guess, one, do you think Mendoza is going to be the week 1 starter now that they've signed Kirk Cousins to what's essentially a 1-year deal? Or do you think they're going to let him kind of get his feet under him a little bit first? And 2, if and when he does play this upcoming season, because he will play at some point, do you think that the Raiders have done enough around him, be like personnel wise and staff wise, for him to be successful? And by successful, that can be varying degrees of what you think successful for a rookie quarterback is. But just for like sake of conversation, right? Do you think he could have, in comparison to like Cam Ward last year, who I think we can both agree had a pretty ho-hum year
Sure.
for the most part, where do you think he would look?
I don't think you can draft a quarterback at 1 and not say he's our guy until proven differently. I think Kirk is coming in a mentorship role of, hey, stay ready, be ready, but what we need is you to teach this kid how to be a pro. We think he's got a lot of those traits because I think we can both agree, like, he's an upstanding young man. He's going to keep his nose clean. He loves playing football. You're not going to have any issues with this guy.
Talk about the perfect veteran quarterback for a quarterback like Fernando Mendoza. They are cut out of the same cloth.
Yeah, and that cloth is paid for in Cole's cash by both of them.
Exactly.
I mean, they are. You want to talk about Mendoza sitting there with like, hey, I got 10,000 Cole's rewards points, and Kirk goes, let me show you something. Pulls out the black card, Cole's cash card. Okay, he's ready for anything. Mm-hmm. But no, you are 100%. And you're getting an adult in the room to teach this kid the nuancy shit of being the face of a franchise, of being the new guy on the block, of how to lead an NFL offense, which I think Mendoza has a lot of the characteristics. There's slight differences between Indiana and the Las Vegas Raiders. Mm-hmm. So I think he's the guy. In terms of have the Raiders done enough, you look at what they did in free agency. They made moves to make sure that they were going to be trending in the right direction.
But it was more on the defensive side.
Correct. Which we've seen. Like, defenses matter. Defenses do win championships. They made investment into the O-line. I'm still sitting here wondering about a wide receiver, a legit number 1. Mm-hmm. You know, and then it makes me think of guys like DeAndre Hopkins. Would that do any good to go get DeAndre Hopkins in a Raiders uniform? Would that actually help Mendoza? Maybe. I just like that type of wide receiver who's still out there. They're going to have to make a splash in this draft for me to say that offensively they've done enough to give him weapons.
Yeah, otherwise they're trotting out Trey Tucker, Jack Beck, Jalen Naylor, and Dante Thorne as their top 4 receivers.
Which Jack Beck and Trey Tucker, they're solid receivers. They're nowhere near a number 1
Trey
or
Tucker is a solid receiver. Jack Beck in his rookie year last year, cheeks.
How bad was it?
Not good.
Hit me.
Well, okay, let me go do my.
Oh, I thought you had him up already. I thought that's where you were making the argument from. No, I think he's going to be solid.
I was looking at the depth chart, but no, I got you. I can multitask.
Hey, look that up, Jamie.
I'm like that. Yeah, he put up a whopping 20 catches for 224 yards last year.
No tutties either.
They
right?
traded Jacoby Myers in week 8,
yes,
or whatever it was.
Yes.
It's not like they had anybody else to throw the ball to outside of Brock Bowers.
Who ended up getting hurt.
Just saying.
Yeah. So with Mendoza, it's the right pick. It's the pick that we've all seen coming for 10 miles now. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He is an All-American. He is the face of college football this past season. That being said, he's not quite acting like a number 1 overall pick quite yet. Did you see
In what sense?
he's gonna stay at home, which
See,
is
I had
odd.
no I had no concern, like, just because we all know, like, the family element with him and how his mom is suffering from whatever
MS,
MS. It's probably not easy for her to travel or
sure.
whatnot. And he is a very family centric guy, and I understand that. He's also Cuban, and you know how those families are. They love their get-togethers, big get-togethers. I'm
Oh,
sure.
you think it's going to be quite the fiesta on ESPN, huh?
I think so. I really do.
I could get with
So
that.
I'm not surprised when I saw that report. I was not surprised at all. I'm
All
sure the
that made
NFL didn't like it, but
all that made me think of was Joe Thomas, the Hall of Fame left tackle for the Browns, right?
yeah,
Do you know where he was when he was drafted in the first round?
yeah. Vividly remember he was fishing. He was
On
on
Lake
a boat.
on Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
He took the phone call right there. What's up? Yeah, cool. I got a bass on the line. I'm gonna hang up now. Thanks. See you Monday.
Definition of unbothered.
No,
That's
not
right
even
up
in the
there.
slightest.
That's right up there with Nikola Jokic being drafted as a Taco Bell commercials going off.
That'll live in infamy, won't it? That'll
Yes,
forever and a
as
day.
it
That'll live
should.
in infamy. Um, but there is a piece of a number one pick that has stirred a little bit. There's like he's kind of acting in, or maybe he's not doing it, but he's getting the number one pick treatment where people are trying to find some dirt on Mendoza.
I think that is impossible.
The only thing that I've seen, and it's unverified, I don't know if it happened, a post from 2020 about Derek Chauvin, Minneapolis PD, and Colin Kaepernick taking a knee and things like that. That has surfaced in the last 12 hours. My question to you is, which team is flooding the news sphere with these bullshit articles or stories to try and get Mendoza to fall? Is it the Jets?
It's got to be the Jets.
It's got to be the Jets. The Jets are just pumping fake news.
You know who it
about
is?
Mendoza.
You know who it's got to be? It's got to be Woody Johnson's son.
Oh yeah, because he saw that in an episode of All American once.
No, the guy that he's like, wasn't he the son that was like giving advice on like how to run the team based off what he was doing in his Madden game?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely him.
Yeah. So that bullshit story kind of popped up, and it's the Laramie Tunsil bong mask situation.
Also, if I'm gonna go down, it better be for something fucking sick like that. That dude took that bong rip with that mask like a goddamn champ.
Heavy and heavy.
Also, can definitely not confirm it was him under that mask.
No. So, and again, that might have been one of these teams trying to drive his draft stock down. That came out the morning of.
We got to be careful. AI nowadays probably wouldn't be too difficult to get some blackface going or something.
Something. But that report is unconfirmed that he had a post in a negative light against Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. But you keep an eye on some of these teams that are in need of a quarterback. They might be flooding the market with Fernando Mendoza and just the most unbelievable stuff from Mendoza.
Yeah, I am ready to be out of cancel culture. And it's not like there's sometimes when somebody deserves to be canceled for what they do, but that's in like real time. Like something they do like today could get them canceled. It's the people that go digging for posts and things from
10 years ago.
10 years ago when his frontal lobe had not even started developing yet.
He was 14 years old.
Let's cut the kid a break.
Yeah, but the Jets are definitely behind that, huh?
Yeah, Woody Johnson, that son of a bitch.
I think that's fitting. I think that's very fitting. Yeah, that's all I really have for the draft and talking about the number one overall pick. Other than the fact that this might be, there's reports coming out saying this might be the heaviest traded draft we've seen in a long time, in a fortnight.
Which could be very interesting because they did cut down the amount of time teams get for the first round picks this year. I think it went from 10 minutes to 8 minutes. So instead of being a 5-hour draft for the first round, it will now be 4.5 hours.
Hey, more time for commercials. Fill that half hour with commercials.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah. I think that plays because there's so many big names out there that still could be traded, like your AJ Browns of the world, right? Where
no, he's getting traded in June
after the draft.
Yeah, because of his contract, it doesn't make sense to trade him before June. So I'm pretty sure the Patriots and Eagles have like a little handshake agreement in place.
But I do think there's a lot of those guys out there. I think that we're going to see some names move.
You want to take a shot at who you think the most surprising first round pick will be?
The most surprising at this point? I'm going to say it just because I don't see him. It's Max Ionacher from Arizona State. I just don't see it. And tackle evaluations are starting to fall.
And and the way I meant to phrase that was surprising or shocking in the fact that he went in the first round, or the fact that he went as high as he ends up going.
Yeah, so if David Bailey goes at 2, which is being talked about with way more seriousness than it was 2 weeks ago, if the Jets go David Bailey at 2, that's going to throw a monkey wrench into this whole operation, I think. Plus, I don't think he is a better football player than Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, and I still think Ruben Bain. I would rather have him. What about you?
No, I like David Bailey, number 2. I'd be okay with that pick.
What's that do for you?
What?
I didn't know if there was an ulterior motive to yes, take David Bailey at 2.
No, I just think he's going to be really good.
Okay. It's the no gloves and no sleeves, isn't it?
It helps, without a doubt.
Tremendously.
I just think he's the best pure pass rusher from the get-go. He can, Arvell, you're betting on the potential because he's played 1 year at edge, really. Yeah. So it's more the positional versatility and hoping that he becomes a really good pass rusher, like they expect.
He's also going to have to put some weight on too.
Ruben Bain, small arms, that could be a hindrance. We don't know. And then those are the top 3, right? Am I missing somebody?
No, that's everybody.
Yeah. Out of those 3, I like David Bailey the most.
I don't doubt the talent. I don't see him being the number 2 guy.
No, my surprise is going to be that Caleb Downs falls out of the top 10.
Ooh. I've been saying Cincinnati at 10 is his stopgap. He doesn't make it past that.
He shouldn't.
Where's that coming from? Hit me with that.
The reports of that injury freaking out teams as much as it does, along with the position he plays. Safeties are not typically a top 10 pick. I think the last one was Jamal Adams back in 2016 or some shit like that.
Where did Kyle Hamilton get drafted?
14 after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I think guys like Kyle Hamilton, your Budda Baker, your Harrison Smith, like those types, right? Where it can change the face of your entire defense. Xavier McKinney, I think if you have even a slight need and a player like Caleb Downs is there, and that injury, you're okay with where it's at, I think he could go. I think the Giants at 5 are a very likely spot.
I really think Styles or Downs gets drafted by the Giants. I truly do.
See, I don't think Sonny Styles makes it there.
Who do you think's taking him?
I think the Cardinals, that has heated up a lot. I think the Titans, That's cooled down some, but could be. And then I think people need to pay attention to a team like the Cowboys with two first round picks who might get antsy and just jump to 3. I mean, you got to remember they missed out on everybody, or they getting Nakobe Dean. I can't remember now.
Yeah, they got both linebackers, Nakobe and Quay Walker.
That was the Raiders.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, Nakobe Dean.
Who
win?
Yeah, I don't think
they both went to the Raiders.
Yes, 2 of them did.
Yeah, those 2.
I think the Cowboys could get jumpy, and jump to 3. They have the draft capital to get it done. Yeah, right now their inside linebackers are Overshown and Shamar James.
Overshown is good though.
Solid, but I think Shamar James he was a 5th round pick last year.
Okay,
and mind you, nobody behind him. Sorry.
And then the other question for you is: Ty Simpson getting drafted in the first round?
Yes.
Yes. His name is getting some traction out there.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Dan Orlovsky saying he's the best quarterback in this draft?
Yeah, right. I know he got fucking ripped for it too. He got absolutely ripped for it. I don't think there's as big as a gap between Mendoza and Simpson as we thought there was.
Yeah, now, I'm not a big circle of trust moment right now.
Brandon.
I think the potential of Ty Simpson is higher than Mendoza. I think Mendoza's floor is higher, but I think Simpson's ceiling is higher. There's more risk to it for sure. But you have to remember, 8 games into last year, Ty Simpson looked unbelievable, unstoppable. But then once they got into SEC play and his offensive line disappeared and he had no rushing attack, teams were just able to tee off on the kid for the last half of the year. Nobody's going to look great in that type of environment. But you switch him and Mendoza, put Simpson in at Indiana, I think he's putting up better stats than Mendoza does.
I think Simpson has a bigger arm. I don't think his arm ability is better than Mendoza, but I think it's right there. Mobility-wise, I think Simpson has that. I know Mendoza likes to get out and run, but Mendoza, one of my knocks for him is he gets out of the pocket way too quick. It's a 1-2, oh shit, and I got to go. Whereas Ty Simpson has stuck in that pocket before. And then you got to come down to who's more gamey. Who's more your gunslinger, gamey? Give me the ball with 2 minutes left. Let's go win this fucking thing. I don't know the answer to that one right now. I lean Mendoza.
I feel like I lean Simpson. I feel like Mendoza is one of those silent leader types, like lead by example. He's not I feel like he'd be the type that, like, if he tries to rah, it's going to be like, rah.
Jalen Hurts.
Not even, like, it's just going to sound phony, like, fake. Like, I don't know. It's not going to light a fire under me if Mendoza comes up and starts trying to hype me up.
It'll sound like, well, and listen, we've talked about Mendoza, how scripted he is. It's going to sound like Jameis Winston, but not sincere.
No, it would sound sincere, for sure.
No, I think because we've talked about how scripted he sounds in everything he does, whereas like Jameis says some wild shit, and it's very like philosophical at times. But I think I think Jameis Mendoza would try to do that.
I think Jameis Winston doesn't know what he's saying half the time.
You think he's
and it just comes, yeah, pretty much, and it just comes out like that. Like he starts a conversation with no clue how he's about to end that conversation.
He started it and says, "This thing's just going to go. We have no idea where it'll end, where it'll bend to."
The amount of whys in the tracks of his sentences is wild.
Oh boy!
I just imagine it as like one of those video games where it's like you're picking your route type of thing, and it's like what, and it gives you like 4 responses you can give back.
And Jameis is just picking the most wild one he can and rolling with it.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna start this sentence and I'm gonna let it come to me. Okay, I'm not. No, but Mendoza or Simpson. It's clearly, I think clearly it's tough. I think it's Mendoza. I do think that there's no chance in hell Ty Simpson makes it past the Jets' second pick.
You
I
don't
think
think
somebody
the
in there
Jets?
makes a move.
You don't think the Jets take somebody else at 16? I think they double down on. I think they go offense, but trading back into the first round because of all those draft picks that they have over the course of the next 2 years.
So you think they're picking 3 times in the first?
I could see it
I
because
just
I
don't
think
know.
I feel like 16's a little rich for Simpson. Plus, what team's behind?
21 Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So maybe try and trade up in front of them.
That'd be tough to get done. I think Simpson goes in the first round. Somebody is, like I've said before, someone's going to get desperate and jump at it. I'm a little less that it's a desperate move as it is just we have to address a need. But if he's there at 16 for the Jets, I can see the Jets doing it. If he's not there, somebody will make a move before Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's just kind of stuck where they're at.
Okay. And then last thing on the draft, because I know we're about an hour here, and there's a couple more things we want to talk about. After those two go off the board, who do you think the next quarterback drafted is and when? Because I feel like we could go the entire day too. If both Simpson and Mendoza go in the first round, entire day 2, rounds 2 and 3, no quarterbacks.
I think the Rams have a second round pick.
I can tell you.
I'm fairly certain that they do.
Yeah,
I don't
61. 61.
They would be my most likely candidate to go quarterback in 2. And that's going to depend on what they do in the first round, which seems like it'll be wide receiver with Puka's ongoing rehab stint. Checked himself into rehab after he bit a woman.
I mean, fair.
Makes sense. Hey, Puka might be going down a bad path, brother.
Yeah, bad timing when you're trying to become the richest wide receiver in NFL history to be doing shit like that.
Yeah, let's bite a woman while we're pissed drunk. Anyway, so if they go wide receiver in the first, they have yet to address the heir apparent for Stafford. Stafford's got the back issues. You need somebody competent. As for who that's going to be, I lean Cade Klubnik. Seasoned, has the experience, has arm talent, can get outside the pocket, doesn't always make the best decisions. You question him in the clutch moments, which is tough. But if all his expectation is to sit and hold a clipboard and learn, because there's no chance he's going to push anything, I think the Rams are in a position where at a second round value, they can make that investment. The other name that jumps at me is Garrett Nussmeier, but I just don't know that Nussmeier is going to go any time before the end of the third, early fourth. And after that, it's like, good luck. Taylor Green, though, I think Taylor Green could be an interesting pick for somebody.
You know who's going to go a lot higher than anybody thinks?
Drew Aller.
Drew Aller.
He's 6'5". He's big.
He looks great in shorts. The definition of a dude that looks great in shorts.
He's going to look fantastic wearing a hat.
And you know what team is going to draft him, right? Like, it's almost like prophecy.
Indianapolis.
It's the home state. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
they love their homegrown talent, brother.
And they love big body quarterbacks. You
could get Big Ben in there, mentoring them and shit. Like, here, this is how you grope a woman in a bathroom stall.
Jesus. Allegedly.
Didn't he get charged?
I don't know that he was ever convicted.
Yeah, I think there might have been some hush money there.
Yeah.
Beside the point. Drew Aller getting drafted way higher. That would be my pick for who the next QB off.
You think he's going to go before Cade Klubnik and Garrett Nussmeier?
I think somebody's going to talk him into all the tangibles. Don't talk to me like that's fucking crazy.
The injury
Like you
last
said,
year
6'5", 230.
big arm on this kid.
He throws a pretty ball.
I tell you what, the command of the offense by this young man, you kidding me?
Come on.
You kidding me?
So, no, I'm not joking.
Oh, I hope not. I hope that's not true. I really hope that's not true. Luke Altmaier. Give me Luke Altmaier. Where's Luke Altmaier in this whole deal?
He's like the 9th rated quarterback.
Yeah, give me Luke.
Yeah. Okay, that's NFL draft. Let's talk a little NBA real quick, because I feel like this is super relevant with everything, with playoffs starting next week, playing next Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, I believe. But I feel like we have to talk about the Lakers and their downfall. Talk about a fucking gut punch.
Yep. It's bad.
They were probably one of the hottest teams in the entire league. And then not only do they lose Luka with a grade 2 hamstring strain, the very next day, Austin Reeves gets diagnosed with a grade 2 left oblique strain. So he's out 4 to 6 weeks. His timetable's already out. Luka is a lot more nobody really fucking knows type of thing. But it's guaranteed that they'll both be out the first round. Reeves potentially could be back for part of the second round. Luka, there probably is no shot of him playing before the conference finals.
Didn't he go to Europe for the treatment?
Yes.
Wasn't there something where he had to go back to Europe and
well, I know he went to Europe because his kid was born. I just don't know when that was.
Gotcha. I was going to say, because if Luka went to Europe for treatment, that's never a good sign. You can ask CMC that, okay, because he tried it and it ended up hurting him for a year. Okay, it's never ideal when your star player is going to European countries to get treatment for the injury. No, they're absolutely gutted. And LeBron is doing everything he can, but he's old. He's old. Reeves was holding that team together, if we're being honest. Or was the expectation of holding it together with Luka being out? Part of me, when Reeves went down, thought, okay, they're putting him away for the playoffs. They don't care where they go from here. But the more we hear about this Reeves thing, it's like, he's going to miss the first fucking round? That's not good.
Doncic, Luka did go to Europe. He is currently in Spain receiving hamstring injections.
Oh, good. España. That's where we needed to go. Great.
Better than Germany, maybe.
But we can hope. At least the coast is there. You can get some fresh air.
But yeah. Their title odds collapsed. You see what they dropped from?
I don't know what they were at, but I saw them this morning at plus 300.
Well, when I had Claude put together this research, it says on DraftKings they went from 30 to 1 to 120 to 1.
I just saw they were at 300 to 1 most recently.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yikes. Yeah. And it's just tough because this is a team that had battled a lot of bullshit along the way and had played very well when they were all on the court. JJ has seemingly gotten them on the right course. And then for it to all fall apart because of injury, part of it is you're paying guys like Reeves, Luka, and LeBron that type of money. Your depth is shit. Like, it just is.
LeBron, Rui, Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Luke Kennard, and then LeBron's newest Robin, DeAndre Ayton.
Mm-hmm. And then, you look at who they met. Talking about depth, you go to the first round, and they're locked in against Houston, right?
I don't know if it's locked in yet. I'm hoping the Minnesota Timberwolves can figure out how to get a matchup with them.
There's 3 games behind here.
Yeah.
basically a lock, right? Houston's deep, man. Houston's way deeper than you fucking think. And so it's like, yeah, you might be able to match up against KD and Sengun and Reed Shepard and Thompson initially, but then you got like Steven Adam, you've got Clint Capella, Josh Okogie, like it's not going to be fun sledding for the Lakers if they don't at least have Luka or Reeves back. I mean, their scoring is tanked.
I mean, let's not beat around the bush. If neither of them end up playing in the first round, which is extremely unlikely, they are getting swept.
Yeah. They might get
No,
they won't even get lucky to get one, will they?
I was going to
Maybe
say
one at home.
Maybe one at home. Gentleman's sweep. It will not be a competitive series.
Where does that leave LeBron and the Lakers?
I think the Lakers would have LeBron back, but there's no way they are paying him a max contract like he got this year to come back. Like
No.
at this point, if we have seen now at 41 that LeBron is a semblance of a human. There is a decline, actually, and he cannot carry a team anymore. He is better as a the way that they had this team set up was perfect, where he was a number 3 and could facilitate, be a playmaker, maybe be the guy leading the second unit as kind of like the lead guy. He cannot be getting paid close to a max. It needs to be a veteran minimum or one of the exceptions, mid-level exceptions, a portion of that. He should get no more than like $10 million next year. And if it's any more than that, if I'm the Lakers, I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't. They already have to pay Reeves to bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
And your franchise is centered around Luka at this point. I am not prioritizing or being held hostage by LeBron James, who's worth over $1 billion in his career through endorsements and salary. I'm not gonna bend the knee just because he wants to come back for another year.
Oh, see, I think the Lakers are the team that's going to bend the knee. I'm not saying they're going to pay him $52 million like he's getting paid this year, but if you think LeBron James is going back to the Lakers for $10 million, you might be outside your mind. That's going to be a $35 million contract, maybe $38 million at the highest point. It's not going to be what he's getting this year or last year, no. But it's not going to be low level, man, unfortunately. I just don't think LeBron is the guy to take that cut, regardless of how much money he has in the pocket.
I mean, it truly comes down, like, how bad does he want to be competitive next year? Because if he truly wants to be competitive, you sign for a vet minimum, return to the Lakers, and they can use all that other money to improve the depth of that roster.
Oh, you could go get another star with that money.
Mm-hmm.
And like I haven't even looked at free agency, like who's upcoming, but I bet you could get a fucking name in there and keep Reeves and Luka and LeBron, and then continue to add pieces. I mean, you could be talking about a $40 million savings, average out maybe half that's going to Reeves, so you got another $20 million to play with. You can go get really solid depth pieces, even if LeBron's only putting up 20 a game. Fine.
So it's going to be super hypocritical because we've constantly heard like his biggest thing, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. Rich Paul's saying that too. And it's like, okay, prove it. Put your money literally where your mouth is. Sign a vet minimum. If you care that much. Otherwise, go kick rocks, dude.
Do you think he just goes back to Cleveland if that isn't the case with the Lakers? I don't know if Cleveland can pay him.
I mean, Cleveland can pay him if it's the vet minimum or one of their mid-level exceptions.
Hey, somebody's gonna pay that guy $35 million. Sell tickets.
I don't know.
Hey, Washington Wizards, where you at? Get involved here.
Yeah, your buddy AD's over there waiting to play.
AD, Sar, LeBron, and Trey Young. Let's fucking ride.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting storyline to follow in the offseason because I really don't know how that is going to pan out.
Truth.
It also seems like there is going to be a massive overhaul of the 65 game limit for
I haven't heard about this.
postseason awards.
I didn't hear about this.
Because you have so many players. Specifically, it really became a thing after Luka got injured and Anthony Edwards got injured because based off those injuries that they will not hit that 65 game threshold required, quote unquote, required to make any all NBA teams or be an award winner of any sort. And I just think it's downright silly, to be honest. Like, I feel like we do not need a specific rule in place where a player needs to win X or play an X amount of games to get an award. They really should be just using games played. Like, if it is super tight, and let's say like MVP, for example, and one dude plays 74 games and the other one plays 60 games. If it's that close, just use the games played as a fucking tiebreaker.
So you don't want a hard and fast number.
And they put this in to deter tanking.
Yes.
And then guess what? This has been the worst year in the history of the NBA when it comes to tanking.
Yep.
So obviously it doesn't work. So what's the need for it?
True. You're not wrong there. I hadn't heard that are they considering the overhaul or you're proposing the overhaul?
There's been a lot of talk, at least on social media.
A lot of chatter. All
Not
right. I don't hate it. I don't mind. Like, I think Luka, before the injury, was the MVP. I think he had that late push. By the way, shout out Wemby on your first MVP because it's coming your way, big fella.
You think?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, but I think it should be Jokic. It's just me.
I think it's going Shea.
I think it should be Jokic. He's having a better year than his last MVP year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. Like, we can give it to a 64 game player.
But now this actually is a perfect segue because I think we're saving the most dramatic news for
huge
last.
News. Massive news.
And that is one of the faces, if not the face, of the WNBA being traded out of the absolute blue in her prime.
I mean,
for
tippy top.
Angel Reese got traded from the Chicago Sky to the Atlanta Dream in exchange for 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick swap, ending a 2-year successful run in Chicago where they went 23-61, missing the playoffs in both years. What are your thoughts, Herb?
It was actually bigger news than I thought it was going to be. Like, it hit the mainstream in a hurry. It's confusing because she is a face of the NBA, and the return for Chicago, 2 first-round picks, okay. I've seen it kind of swung both ways at what a failure by Chicago and all this and that. Truthfully, I think Chicago, as good as she was, I mean, she's a double-double machine. Granted, most of her rebounds are offensive off her own missed shots. That's neither here nor there, okay? It's still a double-double. But I think they got tired of it all. Tired of the media, tired of the fashion shows, the fashion shoots. By the way, she was on AI Swimsuit Edition. Angel Reese, congratulations. But I think they just grew tired of it. I think they just want a star who's all about Chicago, who comes in to work every day. But nonetheless, she is one of the faces of the WNBA in a massive way. She has a shoe, for fuck's sake. I didn't quite understand it fully, but I think that's where it's coming from on the Chicago side.
Only player in history to average 12-plus rebounds per game in 2 consecutive years.
Yeah, and 10 of them were her own missed shots.
Correct.
I did watch some of the Chicago Sky's games. Rough watch for Angel Reese. Rough watch. There were multiple times I go, what is she doing? What? Why? But hey, shout out Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's got to bolster their roster up some there. I mean, that's a big move.
Mm-hmm. That's really all I had to say about it. I just had to bring it up.
Well, yeah, we got to talk a little Angel Reese every now and again. Angel Reese, bang! You seen those videos or not?
Yeah, and then their missed shots.
Yeah, it's just clanks. I love that guy on TikTok. I follow him and he hasn't made a video in a while. But I tell you what, when Angel Reese hits that court, you're gonna hear that Angel Reese, bang.
Okay, so that's basketball. Let's give ourselves 10 minutes. Talk Masters.
Oh, yes.
90th Masters tournament begins tomorrow at Augusta National. We got Scotty, obviously the world number 1. He's been kind of streaky recently. Rory is the defending champion, obviously. I'm pretty pissed off to find out that his dinner did not include more Irish food. That was kind of jacked up. That would have been a perfect opportunity. You see what his response to that was when somebody asked?
Because he wanted to enjoy the food himself.
Yeah. If that doesn't tell you not to eat Irish food, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
But the biggest storylines here, Herb, are can McIlroy defend? Only 3 players have ever won back-to-back Masters. Scheffler, rust factor. He hasn't played competitive golf in 2+ weeks because the birth of his second child. But he is a 2-time champion. So he's looking for his 3rd green jacket. You got Rahm versus the Live Field. You got DeChambeau and his distance edge. Can play really well at Augusta. This is going to be the first year since 1994 where neither Tiger or Phil will be in the Masters field.
Oh, is Tiger busy?
Be respectful to a legend. He is getting help.
Good. About fucking time.
Watch your whore mouth, okay?
Listen, once is an accident, twice is a
I don't think this is twice. This is like 3 or 4.
And 3 is a pattern, my friend.
You try having all those back surgeries.
Well, I wouldn't be driving if I was worth what he was worth.
Yeah, funny enough, because you know how Trump's like niece or whatever is super into golf. And she's played with Tiger or whatever, mentored by Tiger. I don't know. Whatever. Sure. They both live in Florida. The Secret Service literally will not allow her to ride in a car if Tiger Woods is driving.
Yep. That tells you everything you need to know.
Just thought it was kind of funny. A little funny.
Anyway, Masters. Unfortunately, 2 legends of the game not playing in it.
But what do you think? What are your thoughts? Come on, hit me. I know you love the Masters.
I do love the Masters. First of all, it is respectful and honorary. Augusta National, wow. Another incredible job. The pinnacle of class. I just hope to walk on it one day. Not play, just to walk the grounds of it. So shout out to Augusta. In terms of who's winning it, let me read you this tweet I found, okay?
Okay.
In the last 10 Masters, the average winner is 32 years old and ranked 9th in data golf ranking. In the last 20 Masters, the average winner is 32 years old and ranked 9th in data golf ranking. There is a player on tour who is ranked 9th overall in the data golf rankings and is currently 32 years of age.
Can I guess?
Please.
Shoffley.
Nope. Bryson DeChambeau.
Ah, damn.
Bryson's winning the Masters, bud. He's got the length edge. He seems like he is dialed in. I'm taking Bryson for a multitude of reasons, but hey, history's got to teach us something here.
I wouldn't hate that at all. But it's all going to be, for Bryson to win, it's going to be his putting that puts him over the top. And if he has that dialed in, there'll be a chance for sure. But my sleeper, I like Matt Fitzpatrick.
Ooh.
I think it is a sleeper pick. A lot of value there. Not a lot of people are talking about him, but he's first on the PGA Tour in tee to green so far this season. He just won at the Valspar. He was runner-up at the Players, and Augusta is notorious for precision, and Fitzpatrick is well known for being quite precise. So I don't hate it. My other one, the person I'm fading, is Shoffley. Even though he did win the Players, and there has been some hype around him and his play recently, he's just never played well at Augusta. So,
yeah. There's two guys that I really want to watch that I'll be quietly rooting for, but I won't put any money on it. Oh, one of them I might. Tommy Fleetwood, I'm a big fan of. I always have been, always will be. And also, did you see any of the par 3 from today?
I saw Rory's daughter with a beautiful putt.
Dude, Tommy Fleetwood's kid stole the show.
Didn't he do that last year or 2 years ago?
This one, I can't remember. It was Tommy Fleetwood's kid. This time, they interviewed him about getting the ball up to the green, and he gave the most PGA PR trained answer, and it had me dying laughing. So I love Tommy Fleetwood. I think he's a hell of a golfer, but am I going to put money on him? I don't know if I am, to be honest with you.
That's the question.
Yeah. The other one, and this is just kind of me hoping and praying a little bit, just because I think he's such a good golfer and he's such a good pro, is Matsuyama. I'd love to see him win it again.
Okay.
I still have memories of his caddy going out and bowing to Augusta, and that I would love to see something like that again.
Cool.
Yeah. Shout out to the Masters. Oh, there's a story. And this speaks to a bigger issue that I have with the Masters as a whole. Okay? Some of you sick fucks out there are so obsessed with the Masters. Greatest golf tournament in the world. There is no doubt in my mind. Okay? But the merch situation has got to calm down. They do, have you heard the stat of what they do in an hour of sales? $1 million. An hour. But more specifically, this is going to be the last year that you can get the Masters Gnome. Have you seen the Masters Gnome?
I heard that might not be true.
They've changed their story?
I've read the ESPN article about that today.
Did you see the resale value of the 2016 original
10K.
package? Holy fuck. That is too far, guys. It's gone too far. People are taking out personal loans and second mortgages on their houses to try and buy stuff at Augusta. Calm down.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, just also, I wish you could buy Master stuff online. I get it. You got to be there. It's a thing. Have you ever entered the lottery?
No. We should probably start doing that.
I've been thinking about it lately, to be honest with you.
I mean, why not?
Can't hurt, right?
Right. Why not? Fuck it. I've always wanted to try a $1.50 pimento sandwich.
Ooh. I tell you what, that peach ice cream sandwich got my name on it.
Well, that I think wraps it up for episode 48
Woo!
of Don't Quote Us Sports. Thank you all for listening once again. Make sure to like, follow, comment, subscribe.
Tell everyone.
Tell everybody to listen to me. To us.
No, just you. Don't listen to me. Trust me, I'll lead you astray every time.
Facts.
Damn.
I'm the real ball knower here.
No, okay. Jesus. Wrap this thing up.
Okay, we'll see you next week, folks.
See ya.
Peace.